Hi friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Priscilla, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I decided that June 1st would be the first day that I start to share videos of my journey and of ways that have helped me to transform to self. So, thank you for joining, and I'm a little bit nervous. It's my first time on camera for something that may possibly go public. So, to reach people that I don't know yet. So, yeah, I just want to share my experience for myself mostly to maybe prove to myself that I can record myself and not everything needs to be perfect or wait for the perfect moment to do something. And that has been a lesson for me. So I wanted to start today, June 1st. It's actually past midnight, so it's June 2nd already. And my first intention was to do a live, and to at least start at 11:59, but I didn't I guess confirm my YouTube account until about that time, and it says 24 hours before I can make a live. So in essence, I want to be as truthful to myself and authentic. So I'm not gonna wait until tomorrow and kind of like make myself up and record this. I'm gonna record it now as if I were gonna go live. And my ultimate goal for the first 30 days from June 1st to June 30th is to make one video a day, and just whenever the moment arises and I'm able to make the video. Tonight it's a little bit past midnight the first day, but I was going to do it towards the end of the day, and I just had a jam-packed day. My intention was to wake up at 4 a.m. and to have my alone time and meditate and just do whatever it is that I wanted to do to get into my zone, and then do the video around 8 a.m. But I was just so tired. So I stayed in bed until about 8:30, and my day starts around 9. I work from home with my family, so everything just starts kind of moving quick at 9, and everyone's doing their own thing. So I like the morning hours to take that for myself and have my me time, which is very necessary, but I also want to share, because I've spent the first 30 years of my life just digging into ways to feel better and ways that feel good to me. So things and techniques and ideas, that's I guess what this channel is about transforming to ourself and to our true self. And for the most part, I've learned that it's nothing that we have to gain. We are all complete and we're all whole. And sometimes we can't see that. A lot of us don't see our completeness and our wholeness, usually because there's a lot of layers over our true selves that have been instilled by different beliefs. So beliefs that we've given ourselves that we make really hold true to ourselves, beliefs that we've been taught by our parents, by our siblings, societies, our teachers, people that we look up to. And everything truly is beliefs, right? We live our life based on beliefs of either, and then we create new beliefs as we move along, dependent on the past, or we might kind of focus too much on the future, and then other kinds of emotions start to come up, like possibly worry and anxiety, fear of the unknown, of what's going to happen, and most times we're projecting whatever belief is most prominent in our mind and in our life in that moment. But I've learned to center myself often, constantly, centering myself, realigning myself, and just reminding myself of who I am, reminding myself of my highest self, that I have access to that highest self, but I have to choose to be connected and to be there, or to be here connected, because you can be wherever you are and connect to your highest self, which is the highest self, which is one grand highest self. So I will share that this is day one of 30 days, my last 30 days of being 30. And I just want to share different things that have helped me evolve and grow and feel calm during anxious moments, let go of old belief patterns that have limited me, have better relationships, better communication with others, but I had to start with myself. I had to be truthful and look within myself and figure out what it is that I wasn't fully happy with. So I needed to go in and kind of look at it, first of all. I had to acknowledge those things. Nothing is truly bad. I know we have the good versus bad, but in my opinion, nothing is truly bad. Everything loves through their own filters of love. And most filters are filters that have either been passed down by previous generations or other influencers. And many of them we've created for ourselves to protect ourselves. But, so I don't see anything as good or bad, but I do see things as light and dark. In the sense that only love is real, only light is real. And that is what I call God or higher spirit or creator spirit, great spirit, our higher selves. And we have access to connect to that light and that love energy whenever we choose, but it is a choice. And in the beginning, when we're transitioning or transforming back to our true selves, it requires a lot of practice and discipline and gratitude for ourselves for pushing through, but also for allowing and just kind of surrendering to everything that is, everything that has happened. And healing can get messy. I've cried a lot of tears in healing. However, they've all been meaningful and with purpose and so cleansing. So cleansing. So yeah, I want to share a little bit about myself, and you'll see that throughout. It's past midnight and I'll let you know that I'm very tired. I've had a super long but eventful day. I will mention with everything that's going on in this day and age, I'm from Miami, so especially in the US right now, that there are always at least two sides of the coin, if not many more. Viewpoints, sides to the story. They're all truthful to each person who believes it. Because whatever we believe becomes our truth. And we have to be aware of that, and we have to acknowledge and admire people for living their truth. And we have to appreciate people for being vulnerable to share their truth. Creating space to allow them to share. And I'll share my thought processing as I speak through these videos because like just for instance now I felt the energy like spread out, like if I were to give space to someone in front of me. It's funny to just talk to a screen here, you know what I mean? I'm like by myself in my room talking to a screen, but hoping that this comes across to another person. I'm speaking like if I am speaking to another person, even though I might not know you. But I remind myself to speak from the heart because our heart is the truth. Our heart may have many battle wounds, but our heart is the truth. And it's connected to the love frequency that is God, that is Creator, that is light. Words don't always do justice to the communication we're trying to relay because everything is energy. Everything is energy. And like science proves that, right? I think we're coming to a moment right now where spirituality is meeting science and the facts are coming out more. Things that maybe people have felt for a long time, but there hasn't been any like realistic truth. It's coming out more and more, and we're brilliant humans for discovering all of this. And sometimes we can use our brilliance in destructible ways. In the best way we know how. And that's why I'll share that I grew up very religious in the Catholic Church. I then semi-transitioned into the Christian Church, but I've always studied many religions, and at this time I consider myself a very spiritual person. I wouldn't even try to put a label on it because it's so much grander than that. It's my personal experience with that. With all that is. With energy, with spirit, with divinity. It's something that you experience. There's only so much I can say about it. So I promise to always end all of these videos for, at the very least, these first 30 days of June 2020 with a meditation and possibly with a song to listen to. I'll either share a clip or the entire song, but a song that has helped me in my transformation into self. And just to be clear, I haven't reached any certain point that anyone else cannot reach, and I don't think I've reached anywhere near like the completion point either. That's why I'm naming this channel Transforming to Self. I do believe that this human experience is a temporary one with the human body, but we have a choice on how we choose to live that. And I also believe that this is a spiritual school where we really learn to see energy in a very physical form. And we're very powerful. We're all very powerful when we believe in ourselves. When we believe in ourselves, we're powerful. If we don't believe in ourselves, we give that power away. Because we all innately had that power, but we give it away because beliefs. It's ultimately beliefs. And I'll get more into this. I don't know how long we're at right now, 15 minutes. I don't know how long I'm going to be making these, but for the people that know me, they know that I can get real deep real quick. And because in the past it's like, I don't know, no time to waste, let's just go in. But we're building a relationship here. So I want it to go like any other relationship would, gently and lovingly, and sincerely and authentically, so that we can share with each other. So I hope that you guys can also share with me in the comments, or you can direct message me on Instagram or Facebook. I'm still in the process of getting all these pages in. It was just, the name came to me maybe a couple of days ago. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and then about 2 weeks ago I decided on the date of June 1st, so I can do my last 30 days of being 30 and share some golden nuggets that have helped me in my life. And just kind of guide you through a meditation. A little bit about my background. I work with my family, providing water purification for homes and businesses. It's been a family business for over 20 years. And I've had many jobs over the years, but this has been something that I joined recently just to help the family out and kind of all have a common goal together. And it's been a learning experience. Working with family is beautiful, but everyone also knows each other's, I don't even want to say trigger points, but we know each other so well that we'll call each other out all the time, and that's vulnerability, like always being in that learning. And if you create a sacred space in the family, you can grow and expand together. However, if there's no sacred space and you're getting shut down, just like we're seeing now in broad daylight, that's the thing about light and darkness. Darkness cannot be in the light, because as soon as you shine light into darkness, there's no more darkness, right? So I follow astrology also, and so many different aspects that lead to the way that I'm speaking right now, and what has become my truth in the moment, and what may not always be my truth, but it is for right now. But even the astrology has shown for a long time that this was going to be a moment of change and a moment of shift. We were going very fast in one direction, and I would want to say like in the wrong direction as a global community. I don't know if you guys remember January, but I even remember memes saying, is it January 71st? Like, January just doesn't end. And it was just so fast paced and like so much going on. And then March 13th, I think, was the day where everything just pulled the e-brake on us. Globally. Insane. Like, if you were to say this to anybody a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, they wouldn't have believed anyone. But the astrology was showing a huge shift. Like a shift. I mean, I don't know astrology that well to explain to you exactly what each angle, and because it is math, it's geometry, it's a beautiful like geometry and math. But basically, in order to go from going really fast in one direction, which to me was not the best direction for all of us globally, or in our heart, like the most purest that felt good direction. So in order to shift directions, if you're going really fast, you have to slow down before you can actually like go in another direction. Imagine like you have to come back to center first, because you can't just make a right turn. You have to come back home to center and then slow it down. Like look at and that's what these 2.5 months have been. Slow it down and look within. We've had a choice to slow down and look within, or to stay in our minds of continuous movement without trying to take a deep breath and just slow it down. I'll share that I'm at like 20 minutes right now, and I feel like this is at least going to go on for another 10. So, let me see. I love you guys so much for staying with me. If you're still here, I would like to burn some Palo Santo. If I can find. So, yeah, let me just get a lighter real quick. 1 second. I got home from my whole long day of adventures, and I jumped in the shower. I'm not even gonna lie, I drove a little bit past curfew. In Miami, curfew started at 9 p.m. But I was on a Zoom call at a friend's house. So I got in the shower and I was like, I still need to do this video. I've been going through anxiety to make this video, you guys. I'm just being 100% honest here. Like, I knew I wanted to do it, and I've been in great energy all day. And then I feel like I kind of kept prolonging it. And then at the very end, before I took my shower, I was like, you know what? I can just, if I do a video, no one's going to know when I filmed it. I'll wear different clothes than my June 2nd video. Maybe change the location of the video, and that's it. Oh, no one will know. But I'm really doing these videos for me. It's almost like I've been a perfectionist for a lot of my life, and just warning that I might get emotional during these videos. And I invite you to be raw and emotional with yourself if you're watching my videos and if you connect with something. And I invite you guys to write in comments what you would like to hear more about, that we can speak of. It can be any topic, honestly, because when it comes down to spirituality and energy and being, everything goes. I mean, conversations are everything. So I'm burning Palo Santo right now, and this is such a beautiful scent. It's earthy and it's homey. It grounds me. We'll talk about grounding here and how all of our particles from our body come from the earth. So the earth gives us so many nutrients, right? And the electromagnetic field that the earth has matches with ours and replenishes energy with us. So it's a beautiful, life can either be beautiful or horrible. And you know what? It can be both. Because two people will have different perspectives of the same view. And two is at the very minimum. Because there can be thousands, right? For each pair of eyes, there's a different view. But when we see through the heart, they're like the gold, like the pure, authentic heart. There's only one view, and that's love. And when we learn to see with the eyes of love also, right? So the filters that we choose to see through, which are our eyes, and our third eye, which I'll be talking a lot about also, which is our pineal gland located in the center of our brain, that mimics the same organs that are built into our two eyes that we see. That's the intuitive eye, by the way. This, I don't burn so much of it because it is in scarcity right now. It comes from, I'm not sure where this one came from, but it's very sacred, from the Amazon and located, I think, mostly in South America. But the way that it's supposed to be retrieved for us to use is that a tree needs to fall on its own, and then it needs to dry up there for, I want to say, 4 years before you're able to cut it up into sticks so that people can burn, so that the natural oils can smell. I will share that I'm a member of a club called Modern Om here in Miami, and they have a fragrance that's their signature Palo Santo fragrance, and it's magic. Love this scent. But yes, please be mindful of where you're buying Palo Santo, because many places buy it, but if we do things from the heart, there's always a pure and best way to do something. Something that makes us feel good, something that doesn't hurt, something that's natural, And the best way is to allow the tree to fall by itself, to allow it to rest for about 4 years or something, and then you can setting the intention and giving thanks for the tree and all that we're doing. So we'll talk a little about gratitude. Gratitude is a magical healing force, and a great way for me to connect. I'm so thankful for this moment right now. I'm thankful for so many things, for my peace and tranquility to be able to speak, and to have lowered my anxiety with just the sound of high vibrational sounds and instruments, which I will be sharing more of, and scents like natural Palo Santo, and my centeredness, and my shower. Showers are such a great way to clear the energy and just balance ourselves and come back home to center, to transform ourselves to self. So it's 28 minutes, so if you can join me on a short meditation. I want to thank you all for being here. So this will last the same amount of time as the song, which is 4 minutes and 28 seconds. 25 seconds. So before we begin, we can take a nice deep breath and get in a comfortable position. You can lay down or sit up. In through the nose, lift up, open your belly into your chest. Hold it at the top of your head, and exhale with a big sigh out of the mouth. Let's do one more. Deep, deep, deep breath in. Fill the belly, fill the lungs, bring it up all the way to the top of the crown of the head. Hold it. in, release with the sound. Get in a comfortable position. Rest. This might not be the song I intended, but let's just go with it. You can release the tongue from the top of your mouth. Relax your jaw. Take a deep breath in.
Everything's perfectly as it should be. Trust me. Everything's perfectly as it should be. Trust me. Everything is perfectly clear. Just trust me. Trust me. I love you just the way you are right now. I love you just the way you are right now. I love you just the way you are right now. Right here in this moment, you're perfect to me. Yes, you are. Everything's clearing and I release. Everything's clearing and I release. Everything's clearing and I release. I let go and I'm open. I release with devotion. I let go and I'm open. I release with devotion. I let go and I'm open. I release with devotion. I let go and I'm open.
Take a
I
deep,
release
deep,
with
deep breath in.
devotion.
Hold it and
No,
release.
no, no, na na na, no, 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 na 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 na, no, na 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 na, na 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 na, no, na 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 no, no, na 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 na, no, na 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 no, no, na 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 no, no, na na no, no. Trust and surrender, trust and surrender, trust and surrender. Always remember this, trust and surrender, trust and surrender, trust and surrender. Always remember this, trust and surrender, trust and surrender, trust and surrender. Always remember this, trust and surrender, trust and surrender, trust and surrender. Always remember.
Take a deep breath in through the nose and release it.
Everything's perfectly as it should be. Trust me. Everything's perfectly as it should
Releasing
be.
all
Trust
stuck emotions.
everything is perfectly clear. Just
Any
trust
limiting
me.
beliefs.
Trust me. Trust me.
Just let it go.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust
Send
me.
them away with love.
Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. Always remember this. Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. Always remember this. Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. Trust always remember. Always remember this. Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. Take it slow.
Okay. Take a deep, deep breath in through the nose. Fill your belly, fill your lungs, fill it all the way Sigh it out. I send you so much love. I burned a little bit of sage during that song and directed it to all of us to release difficult emotions, to release old patterns of limiting beliefs. And so we make room for more love and more things that feel good. I hope you can feel this energy right now. And it can resonate with you through the screen, through a different time and space. Right now it's 12:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Miami, Florida, on June 2nd, 2020. But this is my June 1st video. This is the first of 30. So today, June 2nd, I'll have another video later on. It's actually my great-grandfather's birthday. May he dance in paradise. I love you all so much. I wish you a beautiful journey wherever you choose to go. I'll remind you that we will all end up together again in unity as one loving big ball of energy that we are. Remember, this is temporary. It can be a beautiful experience or a horrible one. And it might be both in different points, right? Through different perspectives. I've chosen to see so much beauty that even in these times when the media is projecting that there is so much hate, even in my own city, I don't see it. I go to those parts of the city at different times. Today, I was in South Point, Miami Beach. I go to areas that are usually very populated, and it was so peaceful. We create that peace by connecting and aligning ourselves with the eternal peace and love of whom I call God and will continue to call and name God, but you can have any name for it. The light, the energy, the great spirit that is within and above us. Creator spirit that is greater than us, but we have the capability to create. It's acknowledging that we're a little speck from a grand whole. And we always come back together. And it doesn't have to be after death. Right now we're coming together. If you've stayed watching this video, we've joined our energies. And it feels good to join our energies in unity. We're social beings. We're built of the same essence. But we wear masks and costumes to hide our truest selves that have probably been hurt before, and that are vulnerable and that are raw and naked, and that hurt to show that, you know what, you're so beautiful inside. You're so, so beautiful. And outside, you're so beautiful everywhere. But it all starts with self-love and loving ourselves entirely first. Because until we don't love ourselves completely and fully, no one in the external world will love us that much. Except God, of course. God loves us unconditionally. God loves us unconditionally. Nothing we ever do will ever change God's love for us. Or Jesus. I love Jesus so much. To me, Jesus is the first truest example of returning back to God's love in a human body, which is a difficult experience, y'all. If you're here right now, congratulations. You've made it this far. It's a journey. And I was having a conversation earlier with a friend, and we spoke about the new earth and how it's a choice. It's a choice whether we want to stay in the old belief systems or if we want to move forward into a new set of belief systems that feel better. But we have to step into them ourselves first before we ever see a change in the world. It starts with ourselves, our own heart, loving all the pieces of ourselves, even the ones that may seem ugly or dark. They're still part of us, and they're still beautiful. They still deserve love. So forgiving ourselves is such a big thing. It's part of all letting go of all those negative beliefs and patterns and habits. We sometimes feel guilt for things that we've done in the past that no longer truly exist, They were all lessons, and if you didn't learn them then, you can learn them now. It's never too late. And it's always okay to be you and to express yourself the way that you choose. I've chosen to express myself more through love because it feels good. However, I acknowledge that I have expressed myself in ways that have felt good in the moment, but that I knew, that I think felt good, because truly it never really felt good, right? Like breaking things and punching a wall and different things like that. They might feel good in the moment because you're feeding your adrenaline, you're feeding that anger, but it doesn't feel good. Sometimes we hurt ourselves, we're bleeding, and then we're like pain. I will say that it's necessary sometimes because some of us are hard-headed learners. But it doesn't need to be that way. I love you all so much. I hope I will see you again soon, later today, and continue these conversations. But until then, much love and peace to wherever you are at. Remember, you are golden, and you are transforming yourself to your best self. And every moment is a new opportunity to love yourself more. I love you, and I wish you the best in your journey.